Don't sweat it. It's a Stay Cool Summer on Twin Cities Live. Now from the studios of 5 Eyewitness News, here are Elizabeth Reese and Ben Lieber.
Hey everybody, welcome into Twin Cities Live on this Friday. Woo! We made it all the way through the week. How are you doing, Elizabeth Reese?
I'm doing well. How are you, Ben Lieber?
I'm great. I'm great.
Very good. Feels like we got a nice little summer weekend planned, you know? It's nice.
I know, you and I are both kind of doing the same thing this weekend.
Yeah.
We're both going to be on the water.
A little water time, a little lake time. You have to maintain your lake property. I have friends who maintain theirs.
You're doing it the right way.
That's what's going to happen.
Yes, you just go to your friend's place.
It's a good way to go.
It's a good way to do it.
I know.
Nice. I was actually out on Lake Minnetonka. You know, we have our big show next Thursday at Maynard's.
Right.
I was doing a story today, so I was already out there on the lake.
Doesn't it feel
put
so
my feet on a boat a little bit. It feels good to be out there.
Yeah, it really is nice. Any way you can get a little lake time is a good time. Our friend Amy Seaman is here today during Twin Cities Live. So this is really fun. She's got a segment on best dressed wedding guests. Okay, so how can you really look great at a wedding? What's hot this wedding season? I'm invited to 0 weddings. How many weddings are you invited to this summer?
0.
All right, well, we need some wedding invitations. I would like to show up. I love a wedding. I think weddings are fun.
Just the reception. You know what? Send me an invitation. I'll skip the ceremony and just give me an invitation for the reception.
Oh, I kind of like the ceremony. I think it's fun. I like seeing people walk down the aisle. I like seeing if all the bridesmaids are sober.
We're going to split the invitation. We'll just collectively send us one. She'll do the front end, probably the back end as well. I'll just do the reception.
Figuring out what to wear though. Amy's
I think it's got to be tough though, because you don't want to upstage the bride.
No.
Because you want to look good.
Right.
But you don't always want to be coming in way flashier than the bride.
This is true. Don't wear white. That's the truth.
That is true. Also,
white.
Kelly Hansen's going to take us to a book fair for grown-ups.
Genius.
I do remember this. I love the Scholastic book fairs. I love the Book It program. When I was growing up, you get that free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut, which I cheated every single time just to get the Pizza Hut. Anyway, that's a story for another day. So just imagine that same Scholastic book fair, but for adults and for grown-ups.
This is genius. I can't wait to see the inside of this situation.
I loved the paper catalog that you'd get and you'd flip through.
I know, my kids still get it. They do a little
They still
book.
do it?
Yeah, they do a Scholastic book fair at my kids' school. And I'm a sucker. And I will go in there and I say, everybody gets to pick something. Because when I was a kid, my parents didn't have a lot. And so, my dad bought us a lot of books. I will say that. He was really great about books, but not really at the book fair. Wasn't. And so I just like to be able to go and get them something.
I know. There's something kind of really, really fun about it. So we're going to stick with the book theme. So our resident book nerd, and it's okay, she likes to be called that. It's fine. Keely Norton is here with some reads on what you should be thinking about or picking up when you're maybe at the book fair, and some ideas just for the rest of the summer as well.
Very good.
Well, it is Friday, so we like to kick off the whole weekend by checking in with all of you at home. So it's time for you guys to ask us anything. Not really anything.
Okay.
Not super personal, but it is Free for All Friday. So Scotty, roll it.
There we go.
There we go. Kelly Hansen's in our Free for All headquarters scrolling through your questions right now.
Where do we draw the line? Like digestion? If you ask Ben about digestion,
no, we can talk about that.
I don't have a gallbladder, so. There you go. That's all you need to know. Okay, hey, this is my question.
Hi, Kelly.
Okay, I've got a few coming in, but I'll just ask mine first.
Really?
Sure, yeah, I'll ask mine first.
Okay.
We're talking about books a lot today. Favorite book as a child, Elizabeth?
Oh gosh, all of the Little House on the Prairie books. My absolute favorite, Little House in the Big Woods, was the first chapter book I ever read. I have just vivid memories, and I actually have been thinking, Kelly, that I want to go back and I want to reread them all because I haven't read them since I was a kid.
You should read them with Bernie.
I know. I think that would be so
really
fun. We could do like a little book club. So I need to get a couple sets of the Little House on the Prairie books. Absolutely, those were my favorite. And then of course I was into all of the junky, Babysitter's Club, Sweet Valley High, Sweet Valley Twins, and I mean junky in the best way.
In the best way.
Just weren't,
they're campy and they're just
they're
fun.
not a ton of depth. And I think the description of Jessica and Elizabeth, the Sweet Valley High, as 5'6" and a perfect size 6, probably wrecked my body image from the time I read it. I have that vividly in my brain.
Those. Okay, Ben, did you have a favorite book that you read in school or your childhood book that you loved?
Yes, this one's actually an easy one for me because my kids are still reading it. It was Hatchet. You guys remember the book Hatchet? It's almost like required reading these days. It's about the boy that, he goes down in a plane crash in the Canadian wilderness and he's got to survive and all this other stuff. I just thought the whole idea was very fascinating and it, I don't know, it was like one of those things that just sort of grabs you as a little boy and you're like, I can relate to this little boy. I want to be this little boy. I don't want to be lost in the woods, but like it'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that's good. That's a
adventure.
good one. How about you,
adventure.
Cal?
Mine was Sarah, Plain and Tall.
Oh, yeah.
It was like an iconic book. I'm sure I got it from the library, or my mom took me to our local bookstore and I got to pick out a book. But I remember that very.
I like this
fun.
nostalgia book talk. We could go on, but let's go to
No,
other
don't ask me my
questions, too.
second one because no, let's move on. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, can we talk about Nancy Drew, Box for Our Children? Can we keep
so
going?
good.
Oh, so
okay,
good.
let's start with the questions. I like this one, and I have an answer too. So I think it's Karen. She wants to know, when was the last time you were at a drive-in theater, and what did you see?
It's been so long.
I love the drive-in
I don't
so
even
much.
remember the last time.
It's funny.
Do you remember?
It's funny because Abby and I were just talking about this the other day, and we collectively our brains are mush because we both remember being at a drive-in theater, and then she's like, "I think it's the one that when we were in college," and I was like, "No, I think that we went to one here in Minnesota." And she's like, "I don't think that was the one in Minnesota." I go, "I swear to goodness, it was like." Probably 10 or 15 years ago, but we went to one, I know it. She's like, "No, I think that the one you remember is in college." I'm like, so now, so we have talked about it because we were like, I don't know how it came up. I don't know. Maybe we were like, let's take the kids to a drive-in. And now we remember being at one. We just don't know where or when.
Isn't that interesting? My parents took me to one. They have this legendary story that when I was a kid, they took me to see Gremlins at a drive-in theater. And they thought that Gremlins was a kid movie.
Well,
and
it
apparently,
kind of is.
I was very young. I was like 2. I mean, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And in a big screen, and it was the Gremlins. And my parents kept saying, we need to watch out for the skeeters. Because we were outside and there were mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And they would call them skeeters. So they were like spraying for the skeeters. And then apparently I just started screaming skeeters, skeeters when I saw the Gremlins on the screen because I thought that's what they were spraying against. And then we had to leave. I think we had to leave.
You just got to make sure they don't pour water on them. You can't feed them after midnight.
Well, my kids said recently, or maybe Jay said recently, should we watch Gremlins with the kids? And I was like, I don't think so.
I don't.
I think that your kids are old enough. Yeah.
You don't think so, Kelsbells?
I don't. I feel like those would have scared me when I was little. I'm sure they did.
Well, I was very small. I mean, my kids are maybe a little braver than
even
me.
the word gremlin sounds scary.
You know, they were kind of cute.
I think when the kids, when they see the old footage and how it's filmed, they
it's
will.
gonna be too old for them to really get scared.
Yeah, I think it's going to look so old-timey that they won't even be scared.
Like hokey.
Yeah, it's going to
campy.
look, yes.
Yeah.
Old-timey.
Yeah.
Okay.
My drive-in theater experience, the last one I can remember, I grew up about 20 minutes from one across Indiana to Kentucky.
You crossed state lines.
Cross state lines. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
And I remember very vividly. I don't even know if my mom and dad know this. So if they're watching via the internet, sorry. I remember my friend Mike Cundiff driving us to the theater, the drive-in, and I laid in the bed of his truck with blankets
to get in for
So
free.
you didn't have to pay.
to get in for free.
Yeah.
I drove on an interstate like that. You guys.
It was the 90s. Anything
it was
went
way
in the
different.
90s.
Anything went.
We were just telling
Don't do that
stories in the
now.
makeup room about sneaking out in the 90s and
oh my
how
gosh.
it was legendary.
Sneaking out to TP? Yeah.
Oh gosh,
for
and the
sure.
boys would have a sleepover at one house, we'd be at a sleepover at the other
didn't do
house, we would
that.
all meet. You all know who you are if you're watching. You were part of it.
We just did whatever we wanted. Nobody
yeah.
could
I know.
track
There were no
us.
cameras, there's no trackers.
I
Freedom.
actually
for free.
downplayed this the other day because Whit asked me, he's like, I wish I grew up when you grew up. Because he's
So
heard
does
us tell
Quinn.
stories like this. I go,
Quinn feels the same way.
it wasn't all that fun.
It
was like, yes, it was. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
your
like,
parents
you
had
live in a
no
great time right
idea
now.
Where you were. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Brenda wants to know, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She's going to Duluth soon.
Oh, fun.
What is your go-to brewery and restaurant?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. You guys know I love New Scenic Cafe so much. That's a little bit outside of Duluth. You just have to drive up 61 there a little bit. Just know if you take an Uber up there, they will not come pick you up.
Yes.
I learned that the
Make sure you
hard
have
way.
transportation there and
Remember
the back.
that, Jane? I got stranded there. Yes. It's a really lovely place to be stranded, and we did eventually find an old school cab company to come and pick us up and retrieve us We were trying to be very responsible
Yeah,
and have a
yeah.
glass of wine, and that's how it turned out. I love the Duluth Grill. That's another great spot. I would definitely go to Wild State Cider.
Yep,
They
one of
are
your
just
faves.
my favorite. It's so beautiful in there, and make sure you get some soft serve when you're there. You have to go to Northern Waters Smokehouse, which is in the DeWitt Sites building in Canal Park, and you have to get any of the sandwiches, all of the
I
sandwiches.
hope you're writing this down.
Yes, that's kind of a nice little short list. Duluth Coffee Company is really great on Superior Street, and they have their restaurant right next door, which I was blown away by how delicious it was. And let me be clear, none of this existed in Duluth when I was working at KDLH TV anchoring the
It's
morning
just
show, which
grown
was
so
good. I
fast.
couldn't afford to go to any of the restaurants anyway.
They've got some really cool spots. There's a newish neighborhood that we were in. We went and got coffee. We did some work. There was a new 1902. There was a coffee shop.
Oh, that's in West Duluth, right?
Yes. And it was such a cool neighborhood. They had
Yeah.
a barbecue place down there. Really cool finds.
Yeah, Duluth is great.
where
If you're
it's at.
watching us on WDIO, thank you.
I love that
very
you guys
much.
have like almost the whole physical address. You just like name the
She knew,
building
like,
number.
the street.
I know
and
the street,
name of the building.
the building number, everything.
Yeah, I have a lot
Wow.
cemented in my brain from my years in Duluth. There were only 2, but they were memorable.
Yeah.
This one's for Ben. Jane says, Ben, where do you buy your shirts? I love your style.
Well, I would say probably 80% of them are Jackson Gray. They have multiple locations. Hammermade as well.
Oh yeah, good.
And then, wherever Abby finds shirts. I don't do a lot of my shopping. I don't do a lot of that stuff. Abby likes to do all this stuff online, or she'll be out and about. She'll be at the Mall of America. She might stop in Nordstrom's,
She has
whatever.
good taste.
She has great taste in a
Right.
lot of things. So I trust her to buy a lot of my stuff. But usually I'll be the one that goes into Jackson Gray and actually just do the perusing around. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
Okay, last one.
All right.
I think last one.
Really? Go so
I
fast.
think, I know. Ashley wants to know, what is your favorite type of flower?
Oh, that's nice.
Are you gonna
Ben,
send
why
us
don't
some,
you
Ashley?
start with that? You have flowers on your shirt.
How about wheat? Or unbleached?
Wheat
I'm
flour?
kidding.
Get it?
Dad joke.
Wow.
Dad joke. Oh my gosh. I got a few smiles, a couple head nods, like
He's gonna be
head shakes, like what an idiot.
Gluten-free chickpea
Yeah.
flour.
I like almond flour. I like tapioca flour.
Almond flowers.
I like buckwheat flour.
Oh man.
I don't know. You take this one. My favorite flower.
I don't know. I love all the flowers. They just make me so happy. But I am really partial to this one flower called Lysianthus. I've talked about this, Kelly. I've had this. I had that in my wedding bouquet, which was really beautiful. They're sort of like floppy roses. They're sort of understated, and they have a little bit more of like a paler green stem, and I really love them.
What are the ones that sort of are they zinnias?
Yeah.
Yeah, zinnias.
Zinnias?
Yes, those are
And they
so
have
pretty.
like they're like skinny, but I don't know, like they're kind of
like puffbally.
puffbally,
Yeah.
but in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
oh,
the-
yeah, but they're pointy leaves.
I think that's the
Like
one I'm
almost
thinking
like,
of.
oh yeah, those are
I
beautiful.
think I don't
like-
know.
I like a ranunculus. It's like
Oh yeah, good one, Kelly.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Ranunculus.
spider.
ranunculus,
so
and I
nice.
love a peony, and I love a tulip.
Peonies
if you're gonna
are-
put a
Yeah,
bouquet
peonies
together
are good
for me,
too.
There you go.
Yeah, tulips also
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah,
Those
thanks
are-
for the assist, you guys.
What?
I can't think of these things off the top of my head.
You did a really remember our legendary Kelly name a lake.
There is a Kelly Lake, just so you know.
There
That's
is, yeah.
always going to be my answer.
If you know, you know.
Lake
One day
Kelly.
I said Kelly name a lake, and she like started sweating and panicking.
She's
To be put on the spot, I don't know. There are so many.
I know there are.
I know that's the thing about Minnesota though. You
Minnesota.
just like name anything.
You name anything
and it'll
and
be
it'll
there.
be-
But I looked it up. There is a Kelly Lake, so that's always my answer now.
You should go
I'll
visit
never
it.
forget it.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, we'll get more
Thank
from
you,
Kelly
everybody at
coming up
home.
later in the show. Okay, coming up next, you know the dress, the one in white that is the dress of your life. Well, what about all the other dresses that you wear when you're just, outside of the spotlight? We're going to talk about how to be best dressed wedding guest when we get back.
I like the theme.
Too, it rhymes. Twin Cities Live's Host Chat is presented by Schuler Shoes, where happy feet means happy life. Step in today.